continuation.
Thank you. In just a single term of government, the Labor Party has allowed the critical road infrastructure in regional and remote Australia to deteriorate significantly. The current government's approach to road maintenance and the safety of its users has been chaotic, especially for those living in regional areas. In May, the Prime Minister and several other Labor ministers visited Rockhampton for Beef 2024, claiming to support the cattle industry in our region. However, their actions have failed to match their words. Central Queensland Beef Road network is essential, with nearly a quarter of Australia's cattle herd bred within the 457-kilometre network of roads. I take pride in the fact that the beef produced in my electorate of Capricornia is amongst the best in the world. The 2,300 farmers within this network of roads contribute an astounding $2.7 billion to the Queensland economy. This substantial sum directly funds hospitals, schools and the roads that those of us in urban areas often take for granted. The roads in South East Queensland are some of the finest in the country, thanks to the dedication and hard work of our cattle farmers, whose efforts generate the funds needed to build them. Despite the immense economic contributions these graziers make to our nation, they are not seeing any return on their hard work. Labor has neglected the very infrastructure that supports one of Australia's most vital industries, demonstrating a lack of respect and appreciation for the contributions of regional and remote communities. Unlike the current government, the former coalition government could see how important the Beef Corridor Road network is for farmers, with the interconnected road infrastructure being a critical part of the agricultural supply chain from West Queensland to East Queensland. Feedlot operator David Kemp from Lotus Creek said proper road infrastructure would expand out markets, increase accessibility to important infrastructure for both our families and business, and reduce the disruptive impacts caused by standard weather events. The Coalition recognised the critical need to upgrade these essential roads to enhance supply chains, ensuring that suppliers could deliver their products to the market more quickly and safely. This initiative was aimed at boosting economic activity and creating more job opportunities. With the strong backing of the 7 councils in the region, we pledged a substantial $400 million in 2022 to seal 457 kilometres of road infrastructure, bringing it up to 21st century standards. However, I was shocked and deeply disappointed to learn during the Senate estimates earlier this year that the $400,000 million investment had been delayed until 27-28 financial year. This delay is particularly frustrating, given that preparations were already underway with shovels ready to break ground next year. This decision by the Labor government highlights their blatant disregard for not just the agriculture sector, but all those who live and work in regional and rural Queensland. Labor's actions are not just a setback for infrastructure development, but also pose a risk to the lives of people who rely on the regional roads for their daily travel. The government's apparent indifference is a serious concern for all those dependent on safe and efficient transportation in these areas. The hazardous road conditions are not only putting lives at risk, but also imposing significant financial burdens on business due to the increased costs of maintaining their equipment. These dangerous roads lead to more frequent repairs and higher maintenance expenses, ultimately impacting the profitability and efficiency of businesses that rely on transportation. Ken Dillon, a livestock transporter from Clermont, stated that the poor road conditions resulted in significant maintenance costs for his trucks, making it their largest expense. Ken said the people who made the decisions aren't where the action is going on, but in metropolitan areas. They need to be more hands-on, get out and work out what's going on. This is something I wholeheartedly agree with. The people in the bush, where the wealth of the nation is created, get left behind by decisions made in the cities. Quite frankly, those of us who live in these areas are sick and tired of our regions being bled dry by Labor. The decision by this Labor government to delay the full funding of $400 million is reckless and has created enormous uncertainty for those living and using the roads within the Beef Corridor network. I call on the Minister for Infrastructure to step up and reinstate the original funding profile of $400 million back to the 25-26 financial year start date to ensure that the much-needed road upgrades can begin. This will allow the beef industry to deliver its high-value product to market and get those who use the roads home safely.